In 1967, poor Californians had no real policy voice from within the legal community. To fill that void, Western Center was created by a passionate group of attorneys and legal scholars from USC, UCLA, and Loyola Law Schools. They were driven by the belief that low-income Californians deserved the finest possible legal representation before every institution that shapes their lives. And to this day, Western Center fights in the courts, in the counties, and the Capitol to secure sweeping policy changes for our clients. Our goal is to ensure that over 8 million low-income Californians have quality health care, affordable housing, and a reliable safety net, and the ability to have their day in court. Rather than helping one person at a time, we look for opportunities to create policies that help thousands or millions of people at one fell swoop. We do this through aggressive impact litigation and legislative and policy advocacy. We work collaboratively with the government to create new programs and policies, and support local frontline legal aid organizations throughout the state. We intentionally look for David and Goliath challenges, weighty issues, big problems that offer immense payoffs. Often, we face massive opposition. To succeed in this environment, we look for leverage points. Sometimes it's stakeholders, allies, and coalitions who share our goals. Other times, it's winning legal theories. Most often, we weave together numerous advocacy strategies aimed at achieving real and substantial policy wins. Our success is driven by our talented attorneys and advocates. They're passionate, smart, experienced, and creative. They have no fear, and they have the legal and advocacy chops to successfully move our work forward. We benefit from collaborations with just an extraordinary network of legal aid organizations throughout the state. These groups work hand in glove with Western Center. We couldn't do our work without them. Our allies in the legislature and government, along with other policy organizations, help us do the right thing. We also have a terrific board of directors who dedicate time, money, and resources to support our work. Our measure of success is simple. Does our work improve the lives of 8 million low-income Californians? Are they better able to access housing, health care, public benefits, and the courts? Quantitatively, we can count the number of people who benefit from our advocacy. We calculate the hard financial benefits to our clients. Qualitatively, we look at the lives of our clients. Are they better off today than yesterday? Our 2011 victory in Parent Voices versus Schwarzenegger meant that 56,000 children maintain child care. We hear the voice of Sheila Finley, the plaintiff in our case protecting special needs trusts for thousands of disabled people. She knew she could prove her case, but it was so overwhelming she just wanted to give up. She was impressed to hear our attorneys. This, she said, is what lawyers are supposed to be like. Some people don't realize that we're a statewide organization, filing more cases in Northern California than in the South. Others are surprised to see our multifaceted approach: policy and legislative advocacy in Sacramento, support center services for legal aid field programs, and impact litigation throughout the state. Most of all, people are astonished by the wide impact our work has. Courtroom victories and policy advocacy often helps thousands or even millions. Every year, Western Center secures and protects billions of dollars in services and benefits for low-income Californians. When Orange County illegally prevented thousands of extremely poor people from receiving assistance, we stepped in and negotiated a landmark settlement which comprehensively streamlined the county's public benefits program. Our advocates worked hand in hand with the state government to create and fund the Low-Income Health Program. We brought over $100 million to California and created health care programs for over 500,000 indigent single men and women. When Sacramento County in Northern California tried to take away mental health services from thousands of chronically mentally ill patients, people who would otherwise be institutionalized, we successfully litigated a class action lawsuit and saved those services. These are huge wins for millions of people who have it the hardest. There are always new opportunities and challenges around the corner. New leadership and shifting public attitudes can open up new possibilities or threaten to slam doors shut. When the state government faced a financial crisis, we lost the largest source of funding for affordable housing in the state. When the president pushed through health care reform, we helped create a landmark program in California. California is a big state, 58 counties and 35 million people, including over 8 million very low-income residents. We have 18 lawyers and advocates representing these folks. More resources would directly translate into greater impact litigation and more advocacy. We'd be able to strengthen our Bay Area presence, expand our work in underserved rural communities, strengthen our national work, and begin to take on new issues that deserve attention. Our attorneys meet every other Wednesday to consider whether to take on new cases and issues that come our way. There are always new matters to consider. We work on some and reject others, not because they lack merit, but simply due to limited staff capacity. So, we could certainly take on more issues on behalf of low-income Californians. We could provide more training to frontline legal aid organizations in California. And of course, we could better address the issue of poverty in the media and among policy stakeholders.